Welcome to TCB for EAP. I'm your host, Jesse Mallory, and today, before we talk about Elvis's rise to fame, we're going to talk about the jobs Elvis held before he stepped into Sun Records. Before the jumpsuits, before the screaming crowds, before Sun Records, Elvis Presley was just a hard-working young man trying to help support his family in Memphis. In this episode, we'll explore the jobs Elvis worked between 1946 and 1950. In 1948, the Presley family settled into low-income housing. Times were tough, and young Elvis felt the pressure to contribute. While still in high school, Elvis started picking up small jobs, anything to help out. He was always respectful, hardworking, and a little shy, but even then, his guitar was never far from his side. The summer of Elvis's freshman year of high school, his father bought him a push lawn mower. Elvis took the entrepreneurial route for his first job. In his freshman year of high school, he teamed up with three friends, Buzzy Forbes, Paul Dower, and Farley Guy, to start a lawn business. With a push lawn mower that his father, Vernon, purchased for him, and a few sickles, Elvis and his team mowed yards at the cost of $4 per yard. Elvis's next job title was movie theater usher. He began working at Lowe's State Theater on Main Street in Memphis in September 1950. The next summer, Elvis worked at Precision Tool. He worked there for 3 months, and he operated a spindle drill press at the plant, which manufactured rocket shells for the military. Elvis earned $27 a week. In this same year, 1951, Elvis took his driver's license test using his uncle Travis Smith's 1940 Buick. Elvis returned to work at Lowe's State Theater as an usher in April 1952. His second stint there only lasted 5 weeks. He was fired due to a fight with a fellow usher. Rumor has it, the other usher started the argument because he was jealous that a female co-worker had the hots for Elvis, giving him free candy. Elvis may have lost that job, but soon after, he got a car. Vernon bought Elvis a 1942 Lincoln Zephyr. In August 1952, Elvis applied to work at Upholsterers Specialties Company. He actually fibbed on his application, giving his birth date as January 8, 1934, making him 1 year older, old enough to work there. He only worked there a month, earning $109. In September, Elvis began working as an assembler at a furniture manufacturer, Marl Metal Products. His hours were 3 p.m. to 11 p.m., which didn't work well with his school schedule. His mother, Gladys, made him quit the job after she learned he was falling asleep in class. Elvis was ready for a new job in March 1953. He visited the Tennessee State Employment Security Office. On his application, he was asked about his leisure time activities, and he responded, sings, playing ball, working on car, going to movies. Elvis returned to the office in April to update the application, and he stated he wanted to operate big lathes. He went back to the employment office on July 1st and reported he needed to work off financial obligations and that he owns his own automobile. He finally found work, this time at the M.B. Parker Company, where he worked as an assembler. It was a short-lived temp job. He made 90 cents an hour, or $36 a week. In August, he went back to the employment office and asked for a job where he could keep clean. He interviewed at a Kroger grocery store and at a Sears and Roebuck store, but he wasn't hired at either store. Elvis went back to work at Precision Tool in September 1953, operating the drill press for $1.55 an hour. He worked there until March 19, 1954. And as we all know, Elvis's music career began to take off later that year. Elvis filed his first tax return on March 6, 1954, listing himself as a semi-skilled laborer and having earned a total of $129.75 at M.B. Parker and $786.59 at Precision Tool for a total of $916.33. On April 20, 1954, Elvis began working at Crown Electric for $1 an hour. He delivered supplies to job sites and hoped to learn how to become an electrician. He stayed at Crown until mid-October 1954, after having recorded his first record at Sun Studio. He was finally a self-employed entertainer. Imagine Elvis wiring light switches instead of electrifying stages. In 1955, he reported on his income tax return a total of $25,240.15 in earnings. Big money back then. The next year, he reported a total of $282,349.66, and by 1958, Elvis was earning more than $1 million a year. Like a majority of musicians, Elvis likely didn't care for regular jobs. He was a dreamer, so we know that he was thinking about singing most of the time. His desire to find work came from wanting to be able to help contribute to his family. Join us next time for Elvis's first recordings at Sun Records and how it snowballed into legacy. Please subscribe and share. I'm your host, Jesse Mallory, and as always, keep taking care of business.